back, biceps, and tricep push downs. Start off with the future throws that we did last week. Yeah, I do that a lot. Skipping warm up and kind of just going right in. Probably something I need to stop doing. But it is what it is. You know, feeling like heavy, probably 4 to 6 reps heavy. You know, I'm not as tired. I just took a nap, and 250 milligrams of caffeine on top of that. So I think I'm awake. You know, at least awake enough at the end of the day. But yeah, we'll probably stay here for another few sets and go ahead and start moving on. But definitely gonna chill here for a little bit longer. You know, honestly, I might just do all 5 here in future growth. I don't know though. Every time I say that, I always end up with the dumbbells anyway. So I don't think it really matters all that much at the end of the day. So, as long as we're hitting what we're supposed to be hitting. Yeah, for sure. That's heavier. So right there, 46. And keep the weight right here. And I'm gonna do all 5 here. All right, one more set of biceps, and I'm gonna switch back and forth to hitting the old tricep push downs. All right, let's go ahead and cut to do some tricep push downs next. So as far as triceps go, this really is kind of like my favorite to do. For sure, my favorite to do, especially with the real squeaky, rusty push down bar. I do about, I'm gonna try to see if we can just go ahead and hit 12 with this, because this is the stack that, like, the full stack is kind of, this machine stacks only go up to 150, and I don't know. I just feel like the push downs, I'm kind of past that. I'm gonna say that and then only be able to get 6. Ooh, all right. All right, so I know I said I was gonna do uh, preacher curls for everything as far as the biceps. I don't really feel like doing that. I think we're gonna hit the 60s for like 4 on hammer curls. Sounds like a solid plan to me. It's not enough space for these. Yeah. Let's just hit a drop set too. Take care, bud. Mm-hmm. All right. Full stack it. Full stack it. This is the other tricep push down machine. I'm gonna full stack this 4 to 6. I think this one goes up to 200, so you can go 50 pounds higher than the other one. But for push downs, I think 200 is all right. So I'm gonna sit. It's already pretty late too. 1:27, almost 2 a.m. and I'm just sitting in here recording. This is what it is. All right, let's hit 4 to 6 on this. This shit's kind of heavy though. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I don't remember how many sets I've done for triceps. I think that was just 2. Let me check the recordings. I'll get back to you. Only done 2, so we'll do another set of tricep push downs here. You know? You know, just had a conversation with somebody else in the gym here, somebody seeing me recording, and, had some questions, and I'll say this to anybody who's watching, uh, besides my wife. Yeah. Uh, hey baby. Nah, like any any gym anywhere. Like if you have a feeling about like recording in the gym, or feeling feeling like you're kind of like there, but you don't want to record, or you don't want to uh, like get in other people's way and stuff, or maybe it's just maybe it's a confidence thing. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Just do it, and you'll very quickly realize that the same the same way you kind of just like mind your own business when you're in the gym, but unless you're more extroverted, everybody's in here just working on themselves. Nobody's gonna come in here and take the time out of their day, you know, to like bother you and be like, oh, I don't, like I don't like that you're recording. You're one of those TikTok kids. It's like nobody really cares all that much. And if somebody does have a problem with it, if they're level-headed and mature, they'll just ask you like, hey, I don't want to be recorded. You cool with that? And of course, be okay with that. There are some people who don't want their face on camera, you know. But normally, my approach to the whole situation is just I set the camera up, I aim it at me. If there's somebody else in the background or something, like they're not the main focus of the recording that's going on, you know. So it's like unless the person's like famous, then I don't think anybody's gonna look at the video and be like, oh, that's so and so in the background, like, or they know you personally. I don't know. But I don't know. I am kind of like at the point now with my recording. I've done. I think this is like my 20th video in here. You know, since starting, and I'm kind of just at the point where, as far as recording, like this is just something I do. Mainly to give my wife some content to watch of me, and to keep track of my rest days, and how often I'm actually going to the gym. That's the biggest one for me, because I don't even think about this shit sometimes. There are days where I'll go like 5, 6, 7 days in a row without a rest day and not even think about it, you know, until I'm at work and my knees are screaming in all caps when I kneel down. But yeah, like don't be scared to record. Uh, you just be mindful of other people, I guess. But yeah, yeah, you know. Let's go ahead and hit another set. Do another four. That full stack feels nice. Let's go ahead and move back to biceps. All right, so same thing on biceps here. Kind of keep the weight the same too. It's 4 to 6 reps. I really do. I like hitting preacher curls. I do. Part of me is a little bit wary of the whole bicep tear thing, but I guess that's why I'm kind of torn between the lower weight higher reps or heavier weight and lower reps. As far as like mileage on your joints and tendons and such, there are people who advocate for uh, higher weight, lower reps, specifically to combat mileage as you get older. But then there are people like, Jay Cutler or others that do like low weight for high reps, and that's kind of like been their whole thing. It's volume, and they're perfectly healthy, past 50 years old. So I guess just weightlifting in general is just kind of one of those situations where everybody's different. Do what works for you. You know, I feel like there are times where I do a mixture. There are times where I do the low weight, high reps. And there are times where I do the uh, high higher weight for lower reps. And at the end of the day, I'm still making progress, still moving forward, and that's definitely what's important to me. So on that note, let's go ahead and hit. I think this is set number 4 of biceps. So let's go ahead and tap that out. Yeah, we got one more set of biceps after that, and then triceps. So definitely gonna be a longer video today. But as far as like what I was saying in the previous clip, yeah, you're new to recording or you want to, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Um, and look at a video like mine here, or look at videos like mine for some inspiration. I get there are a lot of fitness influencers out there who are like, they don't want to record unless they're like under 10% body fat and squatting 5 plates or benching 3 or 4 plates. And they're on trend and stuff. It's like, it kind of just do it for yourself. Focus on that. That's what I do. I kind of just I focus on doing this for myself and tracking my progress and tracking my rest days and holding myself accountable at the end of the day. And I'm not in here doing any impressive lifts. I'm not. There are days like yesterday where I literally just come in here and I do like 1 set per exercise just to say that I was consistent and went to the gym. But yeah, like sometimes it's not about you know giving 200% just to impress everybody. Sometimes it's just about getting in here and putting in the work. Period. And on that note, I think I might as well go ahead and squeeze set number 5 into this video. So let's go ahead and do that, and then trying to decide on what I want to do for back today. I'm thinking some rows of some type, pullovers maybe, but I also haven't done rows in a minute, so might lean more towards that for today. Maybe some seated rows of some sort. But yeah, Let's go ahead and hit this last set of biceps. All right, I'll go ahead and move over to seated rows. So I'll cut here. Almost forgot that I still had to do 2 more sets of triceps before I move over to back. So we'll flip back and forth here. Just 2 sets. So I'll do a set here. Go ahead and hit seated rows. A little switcheroo, and then finish off on back. Let's go ahead and hit 4. Shit's definitely heavy, but I'll tell you that much though. All right, let's go touch the seated row machine. All right, so seated rows. I don't even know what that feels like, but I kind of want to test it. At least not that high. I'll probably push it up and keep the same grip. Yeah, I can definitely move it up a little bit. That feels good too. I'm gonna push that up to a weight I probably have no business touching. But we're doing high weight, low rep today, so on these, I'm really not gonna try to go for the strictest form in the book. Yeah, you get the gist. Yeah, I did its job. All right, let's do this last set of tricep push downs. You know, after doing that set of seated rows, I kind of want to go do pullovers now. I really do like pullovers, man. That Nautilus pullover machine is just, a lot of gyms don't have them. You know, this is the first gym I've ever had that actually had a pullover machine. So I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. Let's go ahead and bust out 4 more, and then move to the old pullover machine. Oh, I had to struggle for that last one. All right, straight to pullovers. So the pullover machine in my gym is a little sketchy, just a little bit, and I don't know what's about to happen. I might just like bust my ass in this camera. The seat, I don't know if it's like bolted in or something's wrong with it, or there's something wrong with it. I do know that, but Let's try to maybe bump up to 280 for 4 or 3 or whatever I can get. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy. We'll probably go down 10 just to make sure those reps are clean. All right. I'm probably not gonna lose weight down because I'm ignorant. Um, yeah, yeah. So definitely a little bit of a longer video today. It's about to be 2 a.m. I have work tomorrow too. The weekend just it moves too fast sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think needs to chill out on that. Life period moves really fast, and you don't really think about it until you sit down and just think about all that's changed over the past couple of years, and you think you're never going to be somewhere, and then all of a sudden you're there. It's crazy. A lot can happen in a short amount of time. A lot can happen, you know. From start a year thinking something's not will never happen in your life, and by the end of the year, it's happened. You know, life is just so strange. You can wake up one day and that can be your last day. So make the most out of it. Never know when your time's coming. Look at that. You know, it's kind of when I get in positions like this, I can see the back is growing, but I got work to do on the whole back, the entire muscle. You know, let's go ahead and hit another 3 to 4 clean ones. Oh yeah, yeah, that's doing the job for sure. Go ahead and cut to the next one. Oof. Yeah, we're definitely starting to feel it on back. I'll tell you that much. Definitely starting to feel it. Another thing too. I think I'm gonna do deadlifts this week. I skipped them last week because the second leg day that I did was the high reps on squats, and it had been a while since I got some real burn out of squats like that. So I had some pretty bad DOMs, delayed onset muscle soreness. For those not in the know, but yeah, pretty bad DOMs, and I was like, I was not trying to touch quads, hamstrings, and none of that on that second back day. So this is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and hit set number. Fuck, 4, set 4. Same thing. About 4 reps, 4 good ones. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that kills, man. Almost done. One more set, and then we gotta go home. Yeah. Last set. Last set. I think part of the reason why I like working out so late too is, just sometimes you have those late night thoughts. Uh, it's good to let them out. Let them out. Talk about them. Yeah. In general, just life is it's so interesting sometimes. You know, you'll be going through a period in your life that seems hard, or seems lonely, or seems like nothing's gonna get better, and then several years later, you look back and you're like, fuck, those were some good times, and you're kind of like nostalgic about it. And it's the same for right now. I know there are days during my struggles, during my struggle today, or struggles today, and I'm gonna look back on these times and be like, damn, you know, miss those times, you know, miss those times, you know. I played I played World of Warcraft with my wife for the first time today. I got her to play it with me for the first time, and I love that woman. She, she's crazy. Yeah. But it's just little moments like that, little memories like that are, you know, we're going through this whole process of her immigrating over here, and us being long distance, and it's a struggle, you know, having those little moments, period. And this with anybody, any memories you may have, or moments you have with friends or family. Cherish those moments, man. Cherish those moments. Yeah. Look back on them one day and be like, ah, damn, those were the good old days. I'm sitting here talking. Wife always says I'm a boomer, and I'm just giving her more fuel right now. Gonna hit this last set. Same thing. Hit four good ones, good heavy ones. All right, that works. That'll be it, folks. See you next time.